Structure is definitely key when fishing the crankbait. It's not really showing up, but there's a big laydown log that comes down right here. You really can't see it very well. The picture kind of tweeted out on there. But there's a laydown log, so I can't just use a Sharpie. If you guys mind if I just put up here? I'll be kind of mad. So laydown log. First thing that I'm always doing when I'm fishing a laydown log, and this is one thing when we're fishing power fishing on the bottom, I'm starting with my crankbait, is at some point, this laydown log starts, out of the water, and it goes all the way down, and it hits somewhere on the bottom. I'm using my structure scan to try to see where that log connects to the bottom. And I want to make that first cast to where that log intersects and hits the bottom. Because now that log's on the bottom, it's right there. There's a little space for that bass to sit there and hide underneath. So that's always going to be my first cast, is actually straight across that log, bringing it right over the top of it, because I want to bump that log. And when I bump that log, I'm going to roll this bait, and as you can see, this is what that bait's actually doing. This was actually taken from when I was actually fishing it. They had a camera underneath the water. And I rolled that bait right up over the top of that log. I can't tell you how many times when I do that first cast, that's the bite that I get. I'm always getting that. There's been times where I've actually taken it, started up here, and wind down through. He has too much time to look at that bait, and it doesn't bump off the log. So when I come across that log and roll that bait over it, I stop it. And when you stop it, that gives that fish time to either eat it or not eat it. He's got to react to it. He's got to do something. And bass or bird or prey, that bait comes swimming through there, and all of a sudden it does something different, he's going to eat it. They get to look at thousands and thousands and thousands of shad every day. If the shad are just swimming along, having a good time and stuff like that, and all of a sudden maybe a bluegill or a bird or something swims through the bait, and all of a sudden the bait flickers. Then all of a sudden you see bass start breaking. That's what's happening down there. All of a sudden, those fish might not be in an active mood, but you create a reaction strike by always bumping the cover. And now we're going to get into the bumping. You guys hear that rattle? That's the one that I use when the fish are active. And then I also have a completely silent one. So pass them around and shake them. Watch out for those super sharp. Short shake.
Do you make any of your, do you have your own brand?
I work with companies that I believe in. It's funny, I was doing a deal yesterday and got asked the question, how often do you throw other baits, other than your sponsored baits? I designed this square bill crankbait. I took every single 1.5, Rick Clun 1.5, KVD 1.5, every square bill out of my box, and I sold it. Every single one. I don't own another square bill crankbait because I designed the baits that I feel are going to be best for me. The one thing that I've seen about every square bill crankbait is they all wobble. They have a wobbling action to them. I designed one that has a swimming action to it that for me is more realistic. And I can't tell you how many times I've gone behind people. I mean, it's funny because I start reading the reviews on Tackle or Tackle Warehouse where people just start posting, oh my God, this bait's incredible, completely different action. I smoked my buddy, he caught 2, I caught 20, and so that tells me that I've designed the right bait, so I don't need any other one. So it's called the Biggie Series crankbait by River to Sea, Biggie Series. Yeah, I actually brought a bunch with me for you guys to buy. Name things, spinnerbaits, frogs, and all the bunch of stuff, so you guys are ready to go. So you got the rally version. When the fish are active, you want to make sure that you're bumping that structure, whether it's wood, whether it's a rock. That rock's probably not going to show up very well either, is it? No, it's not. Big rock. Big rock background. You want to make sure that you always bump the structure when you're fishing a square bill crankbait.